Hi, I'm Ted, and this is my blue book. And in a few minutes, you'll find out how this book helps me get 80% of my trades right. Watch this short video until the end, and you'll discover the most reliable way to make more money with your trading. Without getting caught up in a bubble, without losing sleep, and without getting confused and frustrated by endless hours of staring at charts all alone. I'll reveal 2 trading myths you absolutely must avoid to keep your money safe. Just a bit of fair warning. I don't know how long this video will be online. I'm giving away so much free and hard to find trading information that I may end up making this a paid presentation. So watch this now while it's still online and still free. Now, you may think you've seen and heard it all when it comes to trading. Yet I can guarantee you that you've never seen at least 2 of these little known trading tips before. How do I know that? Because I invented them. And unless you are part of my mastermind group, there's no possible way you can know what they are. This is an entirely new take on Elliott Wave. So prepare to be surprised by what I reveal to you today. And remember, what I'm sharing will finally allow you the freedom to use Elliott Wave to make more money trading without losing sleep, and give you some of my best trading insights to make sure you continue to make the money you desire. Quickly, painlessly, and in a unique way that's actually fun to do. So keep watching. First, I need to tell you a story. It's a story that I'm pretty embarrassed to share. Yet, it's one you absolutely need to hear because it will reveal more about how you too can make more money surfing Elliott Waves than anything I know. Deal? Now, I was not always a stock trading expert, appearing on popular investing websites, helping people all over the world make winning trades using Elliott Wave, and certainly not earning the money I am today. In fact, far from it. Actually, I was nearly broke. Let me share a rather shocking story with you. The trouble had all started when I listened to a recommendation from a legendary advisor, a so-called expert named George Gilder, who had put out a recommendation on shares of Accelera. The price rose. So did my hopes that my ship had finally come in. Like most small investors, I couldn't seem to move fast enough to catch just the right wave. Instead of calm, steady returns, Accelera sank like a stone. I'd bought an anchor, held on tight, and jumped into the middle of the ocean. Down and down until it felt like the pressure was crushing my chest. I was finally forced to let go and sell. We've all had setbacks, right? Little bumps on the road. It was as if I'd driven right into a huge sinkhole. I felt alone, confused, angry, and terrified about my future after losing almost everything when the technology bubble burst. I remember that night like it was yesterday. I had walked the damp, dark streets aimlessly for hours. I was stressed out and alone and felt sick to my stomach, so I thought I would get a nice warm cup of tea and sit and read for a while to escape my sorrows. So I stepped into a Borders bookstore. I'd gone in to find a distraction, to escape the crushing pain of losing most of my money, never expecting to find a clue to my future financial success. There, in the back of the store, wedged on a dusty shelf, I found a small blue book that would forever change my life. It stood out because the jacket to the book was missing, and as I pulled it down for a closer look, a note on yellow paper fell out from between the pages. As it fell, I could see writing on both sides of the paper, and when I picked it up for a closer look, I saw those words written in an odd handwriting. Carl, it was good to see you after all these years. Here's the book I told you about. It will surely help you in the same way it helped me. Test it for yourself, but do not delay, for delays are costly. The numbers I use are on the back of this note. You'll want to keep them safe. Andrew. Now, I'm not going to share what was on the back of that note just yet. Yet, I was so curious, I sat down right away in a comfortable chair, tucked the note back inside, and began to read. Have you ever found something so interesting that you lost all track of time? It was hours later that I was forced to stop when the staff turned the lights out in the store. I never saw the crash coming. And looking back at the charts that night, I thought I saw a pattern that could be used to trade the market, instead of getting stuck in a stock that was headed off a cliff. I guarantee you, when I tell you I hit rock bottom, my rock bottom was really low. Yet, You know what? That one day caused my entire life to change. Because that day, I declared war on the markets. I vowed to fight back from the setback, even if it meant that I had to master technical analysis, all on my own to ensure this never happens to me again, or I will die trying. The good news for you is this. Not only did I figure out the key to getting an 80% success rate with my trades, I figured out how to enjoy trading while doing it. I'll share my discovery with you in just a moment, so keep watching. The real problem was that I had no idea why share prices were moving the way that they did. Sometimes it didn't make any sense at all. I've been told that fundamentals were important and that buy and hold investing was a way to build long-term wealth. In countless books and on TV, so-called experts talked about compounded rates of return, dividend reinvestment, and long-term growth. Buying on fundamentals just doesn't seem to work when you're trading. The share price of good companies seem to rise and fall at random. It's not our fault that prices move so radically because we've been lied to about what really moves the market. The real truth is that it's not fundamentals that move share prices. It's two emotions we all know well. It's fear and greed that move the markets. What I was seeing in the charts wasn't the market pricing shares according to the health of companies and industries. It was human greed driving share prices higher and desperate fear causing prices to crash back down. I needed a way to put that to work for me. So I kept reading my blue book and saw the answer. It dawned on me that all this reading wasn't going to change a thing in my bank account. So I started paper trading to see if it would work as well in 2000 as it had in the 1930s. I put aside everything I knew about value investing and buy and hold. Instead, I paper traded the Elliott waves I saw in the markets. That week, I discovered how to avoid buying overhyped stocks that were setting up for a big fall. My money would be forever safer as I understood the greed that pushed investors to jump into a stock. The panic sell-off that had swept me out of the market was a clear pattern. Just like magic, it seemed, when the share price would fall to just the right levels, the price would start rising again. That made for a great buying opportunity. By selling after the price had moved up, I had finally found a way to make trades consistently profitable. I knew I could never go back to being a victim of the emotions of the markets, so armed with my secret weapon, I started live trading again. I was enjoying buying the lows and selling the highs, and the money that was starting to come in was a great relief. I had learned to cut through the clutter of signals and analyst gibberish by watching for the most reliable signal I've ever found, the 5-3 wave. I have the key formulas from Andrew's notes to Carl, and I found they were so simple to use. I could check the chart levels, plug in a few numbers, and forecast the move and direction much more easily. Here is just one of those formulas, the super simple Wavegenius way to do a 3-wave price target forecast. Start by measuring the length of wave 1 and multiply it by 1.618. Take that number and add it to the low of wave 2, and there's your wave 3 target price. That's it. It's really that simple. Most people can't believe it, yet it works time after time just like clockwork. With time and experience, I've found that the numbers do not lie. Yet we fall victim to the fear and greed far too often. By using Elliott Wave, I was putting the fear and greed of other traders to work for my bottom line. You can sleep more soundly when you know a high confidence wave pattern is setting up to put money in your pocket. As I see it, traders need to learn Elliott Wave theory and put its profit making potential to work in their trading, and there are 2 ways to do that. You can buy the book, muddle through and learn the theory, paper trade for weeks or months, and finally get started with a live account. I've done this for well over a decade. I've put in the blood, sweat, and tears needed to get a trading strategy that works for almost anyone who tries it for themselves. The Wavegenius system combines a hands-on, practical education in Elliott Wave trading with live signals and alerts. While you're still reading through the practical training material, you'll get alerts of wave patterns I found, so you can see how and why I'm putting my own money on the line. Follow along on paper, and when you're ready and confident in that trade, jump right in with other members of my live trading chat. By combining the best signals and strategies I've refined and improved over the past decade, you'll get started with a bang instead of a whimper. This 1-2 punch will keep you on the edge of your seat as you see the value of Wavegenius trade alerts proved over and over. This hands-on, live from the trenches approach works fast to get you up to speed very quickly. These strategies work in an up or down market. You'll find it works for all kinds of securities and commodities. No matter how small your portfolio And best of all, even when those other analysts are clueless, you'll find confident, profitable trades happening in our members area. This is not a system where you can just click a few buttons and see thousands of dollars in your account appear like magic. It's not for people who have never invested before. The members in my community are not here to make friends. They are here to make money. So don't expect a family-friendly atmosphere. Expect some big egos. Have listened to what some of them say in their own words about Wavegenius.
Hello, Ted. This is Mr. Ken here in Silver Spring, Maryland. I want to thank you for this awesome website. As you know, I've been a member since November of last year, and I've rode a 500-point S&P wave with you and had a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to the next 500 points up.
Hi, Ted. I've been following you for about 10 years. You are the best at what you do. There's nobody better. Listen up, everybody. You have found the master of charting, so look no further.
Your education in Elliott Wave trading begins with closer examination of charts that I've handpicked that show you the exact patterns that top traders use in their setups. You'll be armed with my personal cheat sheet of key ratios and terms. Print it out so you can stay with the conversation inside our live trader chat room. Other technical traders, some of whom have been in the markets for 25 years, are on hand. If you're lucky, they'll share their forecasts and even some trades too. The trade alerts are delivered fast through a live audio stream in the trader chat room through email and push notification to the Wavegenius app. No matter how you get the message, you'll know when and where I place my stop to buy or stop to sell levels. Not only does Wavegenius give you my personal trades, but you'll also get access to premium charts and forecasts for European markets, plus my current top 10 stocks, top 10 in tech, and top 10 ETFs. You can't learn how to swim from a textbook and some videos. You need to jump in the water and get wet, so don't expect dry theories and boring lessons. This is a practical, hands-on learning experience. If you're paper trading or brave enough to live trade with it, you'll learn Elliott Wave fastest by just doing it. The largest Elliott Wave newsletter, founded by Robert Prechter, charges $229 per month. That $229 does not include coverage of European markets, metals, and ETFs. That would cost you another $200 a month. The e-signal package that includes some Elliott Wave signals is $295 every month, plus exchange fees. A subscription to some other technical newsletter could cost anything from $50 to well over $500 per month. Private, traders-only chat room could be a bargain at $500 a month if you can find one that is taking on new members. You could even add on an hour of dry, boring video training and the basics of wave theory for another $179 if you really wanted to. All in, you can expect to pay about $953 for 1 month with those other services, but you're not going to pay anywhere near that much for the Wavegenius system. Plus, you'll get a great bonus found nowhere else. Videos with charts and commentary that walk you through exactly how I used a new twist on Elliott Wave to grow a brand new trading account into $45,000 from 2003 to 2004. It took 22 months to make that happen. I'll give you a front row seat so you can learn how I did it. How the Wavegenius method let me call the bottom of the market in 2009 and help my subscribers ride the recovery. You'll see precisely the chart patterns and learn how I knew the bottom was in place. In early November of 2013, a massive three-wave in Bitcoin was forming. I'll show you how we knew that price spike was coming. I made my call when it was at $275, and within a week it spiked up to $900. For $953 a month, you won't find coverage of Bitcoin or other emerging digital currencies from those other services, let alone direct access to me through the live members only chat on wavegenius.com. How much of your time has been spent in frustration trying to analyze difficult charts by yourself? I want to share Wavegenius with a bigger audience. The website has been upgraded to handle more people, and now I'm finally ready to do something I've never done before. I'm going to accept 100 new members into Wavegenius for just $79 per month. Now you know what you'll get with Wavegenius. You'll also get these 3 never seen before bonus training videos and our triple 60-day money-back guarantee. If you are not satisfied with our product, if you don't like the live trader chat room, or if you don't like me, just send 1 email and I will promptly refund you every cent you paid. No questions asked. Hit that instant access button below now to learn how I trade with 80% accuracy right now.
Hi, my name is Dean Karras. I want to highly recommend wavegenius.com. I've been a member for approximately 2 years now, and I have found his entry and exits and accuracy to be tremendous. I've been trading for 25 years, 22 of them full-time and 18 profitably, and I can honestly say his system of entry and exit using Elliott Wave along with mine has helped me become more profitable and achieve targets that were virtually unimaginable based on his counts. Again, Wavegenius.com, awesome. Wouldn't trade without it at this point. Thanks.
I almost forgot to mention our mobile app, available for Android and Apple devices. It gives you quick access to Wavegenius wherever you go. I'll include the link in your welcome email so you can install it quickly and easily. You'll be granted immediate access to everything: the Wavegenius guide, live trading chat, trade alerts, all the bonuses, plus the app for Apple and Android for taking immediate action today. Your login and password are delivered to your inbox in seconds. Click the button below to start receiving Wavegenius trade alerts now. Immediately after you order, you'll want to print off the one-page cheat sheet to give you the key levels, ratios, and patterns so you know what to watch for. You'll want to install the new Wavegenius 2.0 app in your Apple or Android device so you can get push notifications of every trade. I'll include the link in your welcome email so you can just tap on it and install on your tablet or phone in seconds. At this point, you should check my current positions to see what I'm holding or if a trade is setting up so you can watch the action unfold. Turn on the live stream so you can hear my uncensored market commentary live. You might welcome the company if you're all alone when you trade. Depending on how much you already know about Elliott Wave, you might want to just dive in right away and say hello to the traders in our chat room. They are very focused on their trading and have some big egos. So put on a thick skin. You'll be watching sharks at work. If you're getting started, settle back and watch the bonus videos to get an idea of the true power of Elliott Wave and how you can put it to use in your own trading. The guidebook can be downloaded and printed if you'd like, but most people read through it a few pages at a time. If anything is unclear, send me an email and I'll take the time to help you understand things more clearly. You struggled with ups and downs in the market. You didn't have the whole picture or community of traders who use Elliott Wave every day. And now you'll have the tools to do big things. Paper trade with Wavegenius or dive right in. Only you know your risk level. And remember, only 4 out of 5 trades I've made this year turn to profit. Click below to go to our secure ordering page and get instant access to Wavegenius right now so you don't miss another trade. Listen to a few recent emails from Wavegenius members.
I am a musician and I am a builder, and I use golden mean and Fibonacci as much as I possibly can with writing music, as well as decks, staircases, and remodels that I do. I know that these ratios and numbers speak to a more fundamental force at work in our universe. When I read your thoughts about the golden mean and Elliott Wave effect on trading, it just speaks to me in a way that I could only explain in an aha moment. I also like the simplicity in which you explain your ways of using these concepts. I have checked out other sites and their approach is more technical and less, well, human. Fractals and fib on fib kinds of breakdowns. I do not believe the golden mean is intended to be that convoluted. Nature is elegant and simple, even as it approaches the most complex structures. Evidence of nature's simplicity is there for those that care to look. I am looking for that kind of approach, and your explanations certainly outline a simple macro point of view even when delving into detail. So please count me in as a loyal subscriber. I look forward to learning all that you have to teach. Thanks. Don Best.
Great app, I started using this app last week when it was released. If you're looking for daily and many times hourly updates utilizing wave counts on the stock market, this app is for you. Highly recommended. Thanks.
The app gives short-term updates from the author using Elliott Wave to analyze short-term movements in the stock market for traders. The author has been fairly accurate, so I would give the app 5 stars. Thanks.
If you're still watching, I'll bet you still have some questions. Here are a few I get all the time. How are you able to identify patterns so quickly and accurately? A lot of experience. Far too much, in fact. Sometimes I see charts in my dreams. Robert Prechter told me to triple leverage short. Do you think we're near a top? Prechter has called a top multiple times since 2009. My own analysis shows there's plenty of upside left in this third wave. I'm not short. Will this work with penny stocks? See, there's no real volume and no discernible wave counts in any penny stock. I would not recommend penny stocks unless you really like to gamble. You're guessing and praying, basically. What's the minimum I need to be trading to follow Wavegenius trades? At a minimum, $5,000 in a margin account, or as little as $2,000 if you're trading SPY options. Remember, along with the Wavegenius Quick Overview Guide, you'll also get total access to the private traders chat room. Plus, the Wavegenius app for iOS and Android with push notifications of my trades. My personal cheat sheet of key levels and bonus videos that will teach you how I made some of my biggest calls. Plus, access to all my current positions and trading alerts so you can see what I'm getting into with my own money so you can follow along. Just hit the button below this video for instant access to everything you'll need to put more accurate LED wave counts to work for your trading right now. Thanks to our triple guarantee, you've got nothing at all to lose by trying Wavegenius risk-free for 60 days.
I've been following Ted for some time now, and he's nailing these moves right on the button. I would recommend you guys check him out if you haven't already. I know Elliot is foreign to most, but he has taken it to another level, in my opinion.
Ted, I can't believe how accurate your forecasts are. So far, I've been paper trading so I can get the hang of the S&P. Monday, I go live with real money and start trading. It's time I started to make some money with this knowledge. Thank you for your help, Ed Henry.
Don't spend another minute struggling to do your own wave counts all alone. Click the big button below and put the power of Wavegenius to work for your trading right now. Click below to take the first step to turning the power of Elliott Wave into bigger profits in your trading account today.